Last time on Hunter's Haven, trick or treat, fight or flee.
Is it the extra tales whispered among children and adults about a local legend of a haunted house? Is it the local troublemaker, Ms. Douglas, that tells everyone that trick-or-treating is getting more dangerous? There are 4 houses. And then at the end of the street, you're going to see a weathered-looking house.
I'm going to walk up to his place and knock on the door. Trick or treat.
He's going to hold out the bucket. There's a limited amount of candy in there. And then at the bottom of it, you're going to see what looks like an old fishing net.
Oh, score! Werther's Originals.
I'm 100% taking that.
I push open the fence and I stride confidently up. Do they, by chance, have a bucket of candy sitting out?
They actually do. You ever seen those clear plastic travel bags? Actually, just a collection of self-care things. In each one, there's a little plastic toothbrush, travel toothpaste, little pack of sunscreen, and you have a disposable camera.
Ella would be for sure the only reason she would go up to a house by herself is that she was forgotten by the rest of the group. Trick or treat.
He just hands you the half box of popsicles. You hear from the window, "Go away."
And I knock on the door and then I hide on the side.
So the guy's just immediately weirded out. Todd, just call the police, Todd. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, crap, the fish. We gotta get out of here. He's calling the police.
Okay. It starts to get chilly. It starts to get windier. And a gust of wind howls through the branches of the trees, carrying with it a faint sound of what appears to be crying. Just draws your attention to the last house in this cul-de-sac. You catch sight of a weathered, obviously old for sale sign swaying at the front of it. And this house linked to many urban legends, going as far back as to the infamous anti-Halloween crusader that has been telling everyone to get rid of it.
We gotta hide.
I'm gonna just straight up, because I'm confident that, if there's a for
Did
sale
you go
sign,
knock
there's
on the
no
door,
reason
Maya?
a person's gonna be here. I'm just gonna grab the knob and see
Just
if
go
it
do
works.
it.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you roll. Let's just roll cool. We're gonna show off.
Hey,
Let's see how you do.
I'm moderately good at cool. 7?
So 7 is that 7 with your modifier?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't happen as dramatically as you want it.
Sure, yeah.
There's we're not holding one, but you're not getting your full intent. It's the door opens, but it's almost like you open the door and you're gonna try to do this dramatic thing, and it just kind of flops open. The door just kind of falls in.
I like to think that it scares him a little bit. It
Yeah.
spooks it, just like he wasn't expecting it to just fall open. All right. That was easier than I thought. See, the problem is when they're locked. That's where it gets annoying.
Wait, are these themed Halloween houses typically locked?
They shouldn't be. But every once
Do
in a while.
they typically do that? That's pretty cool.
Oh, that was clever. Yeah,
that-
that was a little bit different.
Is that animatronics or
I'm not sure. Let's go in and see.
okay?
So if you want to investigate the door, you're welcome to investigate the door.
Oh, sure, why not?
Let's do so you're gonna roll plus sharp, and you're gonna investigate a mystery.
7.
So a 7.
Really good at
And,
rolling.
and just to be clear, on a traditional Monster of the Week, you would be probably dig into this and you'd get to pick certain things. I'm kind of, for the interest of time, just going to tell you.
Yeah, what
it's
I
a door.
just asked.
Yeah, it's a door.
Normal door, okay.
Yeah, you could, if you had done a little better, you probably could have noticed some other stuff, like some more details about, the door itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a door. It fell open.
Can I look into why it fell open?
So specifically then you're trying to do what?
Kind of investigate the cause of the door falling open, because that seems like something
trying to see if
So you're trying to read a bad situation. If you look at plus sharp.
yeah.
So you're trying to be like, wait a second, this seems sketchy.
Yeah.
Why is it so sketchy?
Oh,
Yeah.
that nervous Nelly.
The nervous Nelly who's a skeptic of ghosts.
Yep. Okay, do it. Woo. That's
That's a 5.
a 5.
Racking up the XP in a one shot.
Then this is you've failed. This is definitely a you're gonna.
It's a door.
Not only is it a door, but getting close to it, you actually get some dust. It poofs some dust on you, and you actually get dust in your eyes. Definitely, if you have some asthma, you're uncomfortable right now.
Well, Alice. Warn a brother next time.
So, are there any other door adjacent, investigations we want to do?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just walking in.
I'm following. Wow, they really outdid themselves in this place. Look at these authentic cobwebs.
So you're now inside of it, and the two of you that have not yet rolled, right? Because both of you guys it was a failure and kind of a mixed success. So just you two. I would like you to investigate a mystery. That's going to be rolling plus sharp, unless you have another character specific,
I'm good at
options
sharp, so I'm all for it.
So if there's a specific move that you want to do instead, you can do that as well.
Oh,
That'll be a plus sharp.
I got 11.
Oh,
An 11. And you've got a
7.
7. So you, we'll do this one first, and then we'll come to you, because you're going to really be the... So you walk into this house, and you are going to see just a dilapidated, old, what would probably be considered now a living room, a parlor, a sitting room, something like that, right? It's dusty, and what you see with your mixed success is going to be you see some footprints through the dust, and these are normal footprints. I'm going to emphasize this more. You see some normal footprints going from a door further, going up the stairs. So it's coming from a room that's further into the house than you are, walking around and up a staircase.
Got it.
And these are steps in the dust.
Yeah.
So you can track that. So I want you to remember that, and you can decide what to do with that here in a second. That's one kind of a piece of success.
Perfect.
You can't tell anything else from them other than human feet through the dust. So Maya, you see a book.
Ooh.
Now, I'm assuming you kind of walked in a little bit in your investigations, and you kind of split up a little bit. Maya, you're in this book. It looks like almost like a scrapbook. So in this scrapbook, as you go through it, as I'm assuming you're doing, because again, this is kind of your thing, right? You've leaned into your finding of things. You're gonna find like clippings from a newspaper of scary things that have been happening in the community, and all of them are centered around this house, the McGovern house. And inside of that, you find some information, about who Mr. McGovern was, the McGovern house. You find that he owned the house. He was a famous, philanthropist in the community, well known for loving the holidays and loving, doing nice things for the children around the community. Until, in the last article, the very first article says, he dies in relatively, it's some newspapers, the old timey newspapers, they don't tell you what happened, they just in tragic circumstances. And then from there you start to see these vaguely ominous things happening, always centered around this house. So you could probably infer that whatever's haunting this house is related to old Mr. McGovern from call it 50 years ago, like before your parents would have been born. That's your reference point, like before your parents.
Okay.
Guys.
And I'm assuming you tell everybody about this and show them.
Yeah. And I'm gonna keep it in my candy bag.
Nice. Guys, do you see those footprints over there?
Oh.
They're in the dust. That means they had to have been recent.
Yeah, well, if this is a haunted house that all kids on Halloween go through, it's probably just previous attendants.
Do I notice how big these feet are? Like, based on the shoe size?
Well, not with what you rolled.
Oh, fair.
It is...
well, if anything, I compare my shoe size to this shoe.
You actually muss it up bad enough that you can't tell anymore.
Dang it.
By you putting your foot in it, you've actually messed it up. Like, you actually scuffed more dust into it. So how would you know the difference?
Dang it. Oh, gosh. Sorry. Anyway, they were going up the stairs.
Oh,
from that room right there.
That must be the next location we go. Maybe that's where the
that's
Halloween
the question though.
Candy might be.
Do you go to the room where the feet came from, or do you go up the stairs?
I think we should go to the room the feet came from, because maybe it's like the pantry. Maybe the candy's in there. That's assuming there's candy in there. I mean, we're just hiding from the cops. That's the important thing.
What?
Yeah.
I thought we came into here because it's the Halloween tweet.
What? No, the guy was threatening to call the cops on us.
But you said that these houses are on the end of every cul-de-sac, and that it's a Halloween tradition.
I mean, yeah, it is, but I'm just saying, like, We didn't have to come in here. We came in here because he was going to call the cops.
Wait, but you didn't want to come in here?
Oh, I didn't say I didn't want to come in here. I figured we'd end up in here at some point.
Yeah, because
The second I saw this house, I said, we should go in there.
Yeah.
But I was going to save it until after we
As
had
the-
candy and then you guys, had your...
As the grand finale for me and Ella's first Halloween, right?
Exactly.
As you're talking about this and arguing, a sharp breeze blows in through and opens the door to whatever this room is further into the house. And slams it shut. It's kind of that wind effect of slam.
Once again, these modern day animatronics doing wonders.
Yeah.
Of where the
Just the
footprints
wind.
came from?
Yes, from where the footprint, because the footprints are coming from inside the house
Yeah.
and then they go up the stairs.
I like to think that there's like a slight fear growing
That looks
inside
like-
of James' mind.
I am not scared
Right,
whatsoever.
right, and that's the beauty of it. Is that like you've reassured yourself that this is just all like a bit.
Reassured.
And James,
He never even considered that this place. He's like, oh, the stuff he's heard about this place was just the Halloween lore
Right,
that
right.
comes with this for every Halloween.
The child
So-
raised on predestination
Yeah, exactly.
that believes that he's fine.
So it's
That's a
like,
shock.
and he's
Yeah.
heard of haunted houses, right?
Yeah,
And he's heard of haunted houses are like fake things that people go to feel
Yeah.
scared. And so when you said it's the typical thing on ends of cul-de-sacs, he's like, oh, so it's just your typical haunted house. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna go check this place out. So zero. He is not even scared at all. He's like, hey,
Guys, how about we go down there? I mean, it looks like it's just the pathway that the route we're supposed to take to explore this
Yeah.
haunted house.
Okay.
and he lets you lead the way.
Oh,
because
fine
he's
by
just
me.
James is just seeing way too many similarities to the horror movies he's watched, and now he's starting to get kind of
hey,
nervous.
you know what? I'm more than fine to lead the way because I have a light source.
and he clicks a button, and his lightsaber starts glowing in front of him, and he starts waving it in front of
Was it
him.
actually called a lightsaber? Like,
No, it is called
He says, I have
sword of-
my sword of the spirit.
and he clicks the button and it lights up. And he holds up his shield as well in front of him. And he's like standing and leading the way very dramatically. And he's like,
Right this way, my compatriots.
Yeah, James definitely falls in behind him.
Ellen,
Maybe even a little close, like just because he's starting to get kind of
and
nervous.
right before he goes into the room, he turns around and he goes,
Ella, stay close to me. I can't afford to lose you like last time. That zoo trip did not end well for me because you kept wandering off.
I didn't wander off. You just forgot me. I went to the bathroom and everyone was gone.
That's what you keep saying, but we all know you wandered off. Anyways, stay close to me. Follow my light.
and he just leads the way into the room with his sword and shield in front of him.
All the while, James is humming to himself, and occasionally you'll hear some lyrics. I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
So you're actually getting real scared.
Yeah, he's getting pretty creeped out.
How does Ella and Maya feel about all this?
Well, Ella's just like, the door probably opened, a window probably cracked. I mean, it's just the dust that's kicking up is honestly the biggest of her concerns because, she's got allergies.
So as you walk into this door, something weird's gonna happen. So as you cross over the threshold, because you're leading the way with your, sort of God,
Sword of the Spirit.
Sword of the Spirit,
And the shield of faith.
and the shield of faith. Something flies at you out of the air, and you hear that shrieking noise you heard, but it's a lot louder this time.
Oh gosh.
So, and you see this just glowing, ghostly thing
I rolled
flying at you.
2 ones.
oh no.
Oh, I didn't even. I
don't even know what I'm rolling, but I failed.
So I was actually gonna give you one of your. I was gonna ask you to roll cast out evil because you have your sword of the spirit. So I was gonna allow you to potentially banish this unnatural creature from your presence. By swinging a plastic lightsaber at it. You whiff. You have rolled the worst possible roll you
Be
can.
gone, foul beast.
Maybe you start to yell that, but and then it hits you. It hits you square in the face, and you're doing one of those.
I feel like it hits me in the face and my helmet pops off and I go, oh no, my helmet of salvation.
Yeah.
I start just chasing it further into
Yeah.
this room.
And it actually pulls you a little bit because it comes from the side and it hits you almost like ah, and then it grabs you and it drags you a little bit. You actually get caught.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
And then So you're gonna take some harm.
Oh,
you're gonna take
Jeez.
1 harm.
To gain an experience.
And you're getting but you gain a point of experience if this was a longer campaign. So it's gonna drag you a solid 3 feet. You're gonna have some rash, road rash on you.
My.
So I get dragged on the ground?
Yeah, like you're getting dragged. so just
There's like a trail of tracks. Bible tracks being left behind.
Bible tracks flying everywhere. So just to paint the picture, the picture of our minds, you walk in, everyone's behind you, you turn in the doorway, start to say "Bakoi," and then you get smoked by a screaming ghost-looking thing that then just takes you with it.
And there's tracks flying.
There's tracks everywhere. Your lightsaber's somewhere.
It's clattered to a corner.
It's still glowing somewhere. So all you don't really see what happens. None of you do, because you see a slightly glowing something grab him, hit him, drag him 6 feet. You hear thunk, 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 and then it spins away. You are left sitting there with your epic failure. What happens next?
Talk about immersive.
Okay, you have a bloody elbow.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
Had to be some sort of animatronic ghost or
Are you
something.
okay?
I think I got in the path of its animatronic line. That was on me. Had to be a mistake.
So I gotta ask, as the keeper, just that's the term for the leader of this is keeper. Do you think this is real, or do you just think this is all?
Alex does not believe in ghosts.
Okay.
So he is chalking everything up to just animatronics. So he thinks he just got in the way of an animatronic that moves through this room.
Okay. So the true believer believes it's fake. The skeptic absolutely.
Oh, I'm not the skeptic.
I'm the skeptic.
He's
You're the skeptic.
So I would have probably think the same way. I think there's got to be some sort of explanation. It's got to be like an animatronic, or it's got to be he just fell. Or
For 6 feet.
I am a bit of a klutz.
At best, I'm the desensitized, but I'm also like the most knowledgeable, and therefore I would assume the most influenced by something like this.
Okay.
I've seen so much stuff that, like in my mind, and also the goth thing, I think registers as this stuff is legit. I just had to find a way to tap into it, and now I'm tapping into it, but it's against my control, and I'm freaking out.
Okay. How are you feeling about it?
I'm very curious. So, I read a lot of like the R.L. Stein books. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but
Goosebumps.
basically, yeah. But they had like a lot of murder mystery,
Yeah.
whatever, teenage stuff. And so I am just very curious about the whole situation because
You're Nancy Drewing this situation?
basically.
So you're coming alive. This is the best of you.
Yes, this is like, I'm getting excited. I'm kind of curious. Like, obviously, there's a part of me that's a little bit fearful because
You're in a haunted house.
I don't know what, I don't,
More
yeah, and I don't know exactly what's going on. But, like, that's part of the thrill is to figure out what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it a monster? Is it fake? Is it, like, what is it?
That's funny how the one who is most interested in exploring this place is immediately like, I want to leave. And everyone else is like, this place is cool. Let's go. I want to find out more.
Is there anything more childhood than being confronted by the things you want most?
Exactly. And then being unable to handle it.
He came unprepared.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
Guys, I just have to
You're
gather.
supposed to be
I have to
trick-or-treating.
just gather my things. Did anyone see my my helmet of salvation?
Where's your sword of the spirit?
Oh, it's over there in the corner, glowing.
I run over there and grab it, and I'm just like holding it in front of me.
Excuse me, sir, but that's part of my costume.
I know, just stay close.
Just take.
I was planning on it.
Here.
I mean, I typically thought you go through haunted houses as a group.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So,
Okay.
James, with being quote unquote the expert,
Mhm.
right? What are your
So,
moves that are marked for you?
I have two things. First of all, there's the moves, and then there's my haven, and my haven kind of offers me some things. But I'll go through the moves. So my moves are often right. So when a hunter comes to me for advice about a problem, I can give them my honest opinion, and then they get a +1 ongoing if they follow that advice. I have precise strike. So when I inflict harm on a monster, I can aim for a weak point because, I've watched a lot of horror movies, so I know that zombies got to get shot in the head. I roll tough, and then so basically I would do more damage potentially to the monster.
Let's add that to Dark Pass, because I think narratively, your character is all about the things that he understands, right? That he's seen, and like his whole worldview is that, right?
Right.
So I want you to roll plus weird.
Okay.
And I want you on a 10 plus, you get to ask me 2 questions from the list below.
Yeah.
And we'll go over that in a second. 7 to 9, you add 1. On a miss, you can ask it anyways, but that means you're complicit. It's your fault that you're there. That you're now dealing with. So as you're kind of going around and doing this, I want you to roll and tell me what you got.
I actually just rolled a 10.
Okay.
10 even. So I guess my first question probably would immediately be, what black magic do I know that could help here?
So you have watched a bunch of these movies.
Yes.
Now, and again, this is not narratively like the answer, because we're not trying to do a monster mystery. We're just trying to do, this is kids getting scared. So your only frame of reference is probably your generic like horror movie, like generic like slasher movie, like kids break into a house.
Yep.
So the number one thing, and you asked, can you ask that question again?
Yeah. So what black magic do I know that might help here?
What you know is that you're immediately supposed to split up.
Oh yeah, that's kind of the rule.
Yeah,
and
the rule
hope
in
that
this-
I'm the guy that doesn't get killed.
Yes.
The one that's left.
Exactly. So, and then you still have one other one.
Yeah. Who do I know that could help us right now?
Well, you know that in most of these movies, they're too late, but usually the police break in and save
true.
somebody.
Guys, I mean, if we think about it, the police are technically on their way. In the meantime, we gotta stay alive.
You say we gotta stay alive, or I have to stay alive?
I say we have to stay alive, and I say sorry, and I run off.
Can I grab him
Idiot.
before he takes off?
Idiot. The first rule of thumb is to never split from
Just
the
to be
group.
clear, he still has the light source.
No,
Did you
third
take
rule-
my light source?
Did you ever give it back? You went and got it.
I
He held it
technically
up?
didn't. You said give it back, and I just said let's stay close.
Oh, that's true.
And
So, like,
then I
so
can't.
narratively,
So,
like if he has the
If
light
he's starting
source,
to run off, can I try and grab him? Because I was seeing he was starting to freak out. And it
gonna
narratively
have
works
you
with one of
roll-
my abilities.
what's the
Okay, well, first I
yes,
need to
and.
catch him. So do you want me to roll if I catch him?
So what is he? First off, what's the
My
ability?
ability is
you
called
use?
Soothe, which is ability that lets me calm someone if they look like they're starting to freak out.
So
which
I'm
is
gonna let
exactly
you-
what's happening.
I'm gonna let you roll for that, and depending on like, just grab him and like slap him across the face
Right.
is part of that. So you have to be able to get there before
It's
it.
12.
A 12. Yeah, you stop him.
So it just says-
us what happened.
It says this works even if the thing that's currently present is freaking them out. As long as my voice can be heard, they'll be soothed.
Okay.
So I grab his arm as he's starting to run away and go,
James, calm down. We're perfectly safe, okay? As long as we stick together, nothing can hurt us. Plus, like he said, the police are on their ways. Wait, but why would we even have to worry, okay? This place is a typical place that people have gone through. And what's the worst thing that can be here? That probably was just a...
You hear the scream as you say that. You're.
I hear that and I go, hey, calm down, okay? If it's not animatronics, you know what that probably was? A bat. Bats are typical in these haunted houses, right?
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Nothing wrong with a bat. Also, I know my bats. No bats are dangerous, okay? Some might create dangerous diseases, but I mean,
I'm fine.
nothing that modern medicine can't
I'm
take
fine
care
if
of.
I become a vampire. That's fine. I just don't want to get grabbed by a different kind of undead.
Different kind of undead. Well, the only undead here is you killing the spirit of this room. Okay, so so how about you give me back my sword of the spirit, and
I put back on my helmet and I say,
how about you give me back my sword of the spirit, and we make our way upstairs, and that's probably where the candy is.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay. What?
Can I use my move connect the dots?
Absolutely.
So based on
So tell us what that is, and then
Okay,
for the
so-
who are listening.
at the beginning of each mystery, if you look for the wider patterns that current events might be a part of, roll sharp. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. Spend your hold during the mystery to ask the keeper any of the following questions. So basically, with the door and the footprints and whatever the glowing orb,
So you have to.
that's what I want to connect the dots.
Okay,
If
so
there's
narratively,
anything
you have to
connect.
roll to tell me how many of these you could ask, right? So you need to roll 2d6 plus what was it?
Sharp.
You need to roll plus sharp right now.
10.
So you get to hold 3 questions. So you at any time get to ask me any of these questions, and so you get three times. So mark that up, make a little tally somewhere on your sheet next to it, and just mark off 1, 2, 3, and then circle or something every time you do it. So if you would like to ask me any of these questions now, feel free. And if you want to, honestly, this is a yes and podcast. Like if you want to tweak one of these a little bit, you would kind of start to ask about connecting the dots between a couple different things. Ask away.
I think I'm gonna wait.
Okay. So because you rolled, I'm just going to give you a recap. So you went to the scary house. You have the scrapbook that has the information necessary that talks to you about these events happening. You know who owned the house. You know that he died in mysterious circumstances. Mm-hmm. So going forward, I would assume you're going to continue to look for other pieces of evidence throughout this house. Yep. And when you find a piece of evidence, that would be where it would be appropriate to ask any of these questions, any of the 3 that you get to kind of narratively do it.
Nice.
So you have one place you can go left. This is kind of a, front parlor through into the kitchen, through the dining room into the kitchen kind of thing. You have kind of narratively gotten through anything you can get to in this house. Maybe try an extra door. One of them is blocked up to the back. There's another door, can't budge. So really narratively, the only way you can really go is going to be up
the stairs.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, as long as we stick together, we'll be safe, okay? So don't worry about it. Just as long as we stick to... Where's Ella?
You just turn around. She's been behind you this entire time.
I was like segueing for you to be gone.
All right. So you are heading upstairs. You have, led by your fearless protector.
Bible man.
Bible man. Is this? I gotta ask. I've been wondering this since the beginning. Is this like a legit Bible man costume, or is this like a knockoff your mom made?
No, it's legit.
So they actually went to the Christian bookstore and bought it.
Yeah,
that's
right.
The
Only
they did.
place you can get.
That's
something
right.
like
They
that.
did.
That's right. And they also have one rack, and it's called the Fall Festive section, and it's just Bible man costumes. No, in biblical based costumes, like there's a Jesus costume.
It could have been Moses.
Okay,
Yeah.
I feel like that it'd be risque in the community.
I don't
to
think
wear
you would do
Jesus.
You would
Jesus.
think so, but it's not. Like they still would have
Back
them.
then, yeah.
Or maybe they set them
It'd be
aside
like
for
Moses,
just when Christmas
David.
comes around.
Yes.
Or Easter.
Yes. You would dress up as Jesus for like nativity scenes.
Yeah,
They
but
only
that's
had
a
it-
historical recreation costume.
Yeah,
not
they
nativity.
only have Jesus
Easter, I mean.
adult costumes because that's all they would trust to represent
Yeah.
Christ.
They would not have kids.
Yeah,
do it.
right.
Kids dress up as Moses, and
Right.
David,
Or like shepherds.
yeah,
Or shepherds. That's a good
the
or
wise
sheep.
men.
Yep. The sheep. That's the baby.
Yeah.
So as you walk in, I'm assuming led by Bible Man.
Mhm.
What order are you going up the stairs after Bible Man?
I'm following close behind Bible Man. I am hiding behind his shield of faith.
I'm just like, I'm picking up the caboose. Just
Hi.
no one remembers Ella.
Oh, Ella.
I was gonna be abandoned in this place.
Well, Ella's gonna make a mark here.
She
you
has
know?
her popsicle. She'll be fine.
She all those.
Hey.
How's the sugar high doing? Is the sugar high still going strong?
Oh, she's doing good. She's chilling.
This is a kid that knows how to ride the wave.
Yeah. She is armed with her Miss Frizzle. What does Miss Frizzle carry?
It's got like a
She's
like
got
There's
a
a lizard. And
She has a lizard, and she just has like dresses that pertain to whatever lesson she's
Yeah.
teaching.
Yep.
She doesn't have like a bag or anything, does she?
no.
I don't think
But
so.
she's armed with the barbell and 405 actual pounds of Olympic weights.
She's got to have the bus keys.
Oh yeah, she's
That'd
got
be the only
bus
other thing I can
keys.
think of.
So you get to the top of this landing, and you're gonna find it going in a couple directions. You've been in older house. You have the living area down below, and then you have the bedrooms upstairs. So you really have some choices where to go. These footprints end kind of ambiguously, right? They're kind of maybe sort of pointing towards one, but it's almost like a broom or some wind swept them away. So you don't really know which door you're supposed to go in. You have 3 options, and I'm gonna let you guys decide what you do from here.
Okay.
I don't want to you're upstairs. Depending on where you go and what you find will be in front of you.
Can I do an investigate a situation to see what might be the best option?
Sure. So you're going to try to investigate a mystery.
Yeah.
My question to you, do you have any moves that you would like to do? Because I'm just looking at your sheet right now.
I've come to find out that 2 of them are kind of useless because they only pertain to add experience. So I just have Trust Me and Panic Button because these are the only ones that, like, whenever a monster captures you, you add experience. Or whenever you go off by yourself, mark an experience.
Okay, let's pick one of those to get... Yeah. Do you have Don't Worry? Do you have the bottom
Yeah.
one? So that one will... The mark experience. When I picked that for you, I thought that was a little bit different. Get rid of one of those and pick one of those of your choice to keep. If you have one you'd rather have, just switch one out.
I kind of like Oops.
That's a
If
classic.
you want to stumble across something important, tell the keeper you will find something important and useful, although not necessarily related to your immediate problems.
Okay, then you will. Let's say.
I'll take away Always the Victim, and I'll switch it with Oops.
Okay.
What?
Because
You'll switch it with what?
Oops.
Oh, okay.
So I will use my Oops ability. Do I need to roll?
No. That's the fun thing with the Mundane is you just kind of get to fall into things.
Oh, sorry.
So
You're
you.
Shaggy.
Yeah.
Like scared.
Xander from Buffy. Like you literally fall into things. So you're literally going to trip and fall, and you're gonna land face to face with a teddy bear. So you literally land on top of this teddy bear that is remarkably less dusty than the rest of the landing around it.
Oh,
You can infer that it has been
teddy
moved
bear.
far more recently than anything else.
It's a little guy. Let me see this. So she picks up the teddy bear and she like starts to examine it, kind of look around, see if there's anything weird with it. But she's the skeptic, so
Yep.
she's like, "Oh, it's just a teddy bear,"
Yep.
and she'll just kind of carry it along with her.
Yep.
You know,
All you notice on the bottom is the name Rosie written across the bottom. So if you make a note of that somewhere, I'd appreciate it.
Rosie the teddy bear.
Rosie the teddy, or Rosie's. Like it's like
It's
you
like
put
a
your name on your toy. So
Like Andy.
either could be either. Like, yeah, exactly.
You don't know.
Yeah. I would infer it's more Toy Story style. Like it's the name of the person that owns it.
Are you sure you want to be messing with that? This could be some kind of Chucky situation.
Messing with what?
Who's Chucky? Chucky Finster from the Rugrats?
Oh,
I
Rugrats is a fun
wouldn't-
show.
I wouldn't
No,
know
no,
anything
like
about them
like
either.
Chucky, like the doll that's haunted by the spirit of a serial killer
It's made-
guy.
It's just a teddy bear.
It's tasteful decor.
You
James,
don't,
if you don't,
you
like
don't
it that
know
much,
what-
like, I could
you
just-
don't know what spirit might reside in it though.
the Holy
Spirit
Spirit.
of spirit of fun.
Maybe you should exercise it there, Alex.
Exercise.
jumping
Just in
jacks.
case.
I mean, he's a little fat, but it's a teddy bear after all.
I heard there's some like jumping jacks or something.
Yeah, make him do some
Hey,
jumping jacks.
I'm just saying.
She's moving the hands up and down.
There, I mean, it's not
There
going
you
to
go.
slim down very fast.
there you go.
but-
Work it. Work it.
All right, maybe
All
maybe
of a
it's
sudden,
fine. Maybe
you
it's fine.
hear the windows start rattling and a scream louder than you have heard before, and you can infer that's coming from what would be the front room of this house.
Is it
And
coming
it's
from
a-
one of these 3 doors up here?
Yes.
Can
I whip out my Nerf
I want to
gun and
run
point it.
directly towards the door.
Someone's in danger. I have to protect them.
All right,
A
well-
Bible man calls.
I'm following.
Then I'm backing him up. I'm coming from a distance, but I'm backing him up. I got my Nerf gun out at this point. It just makes me feel better.
Is it loaded?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
But this time when I run into
I've been
the
throwing
room,
eggs, not shooting.
but
Nerf
I'm
guns.
ready this time. Last time, surprise attack. This time, I'm coming in shield up, and I go, evildoers, beware! It's like, throw open the door and go running in with my shield up and my sword in front of me.
All right. You find yourself in a child's playroom. You will be shocked and hopefully notice that this room is, while not clean by the standards of, your houses, it's not dusty. It's not, there's no cobwebs. It looks like it has been taken care of. Someone's dusted. It looks like a occupied room.
Mm.
Like not like someone lives in it, but like someone goes in there and visits. So inside of this room, you're going to, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what's in here. You're going to have to decipher it, but I'm going to tell you that you see children's toys. This teddy bear that you have found would definitely fit in this room, right? One thing you do see, and I'll let you figure it out from there, is you do see some electronic candles sitting in each of the windows. And you realize these are the windows facing the outside, to the front. So this is if you're in like an old style house, it's like a long but shallow room that would be like the child's room or the playroom or something like that, right? So there are like what looks to be like those electric candles that can be on a switch.
Are they on?
Not at the moment. There's no light. You have yet to see any form of electricity in this house. Again, you're being lit by the saber of God.
Guys,
Sword of the Spirit.
guys, I think we should all take one of those. I think a little bit of extra light could do us a lot of good.
Oh, you need light? I can lighten the mood here. I got
This
my
is
popsicle sticks.
This is an interesting addition to this haunted
We're
house.
actually going to listen to a popsicle stick joke and just see how we'll see how it lands.
Yeah, lighten the mood.
Yeah, let's-
Get it?
What did the oreganos name their son?
Well, what did they?
Herb.
Oh, that's pretty good.
See, it's lightening the mood.
Right,
I got plenty. What's the computer's favorite snack?
What is the computer's favorite snack? Probably like something like micro
Chip.
microchips.
Microchips.
Hey, look at that.
See, the mood is
Are
lightening.
you sure it wasn't mega?
The
bites?
mood is
This room is getting so lit.
Hey,
I have
let's
7
one more to seal
I
the
have
deal. One more,
7
take it
more.
home, Ella.
Why did the hipster burn himself on the coffee?
Probably because he's hip with it. I don't know.
He drank it before it was cool.
Oh, that's quite fun.
That was pretty good.
That one relates.
I hate
relates
that.
a little.
Was pretty good. That was very good.
Relates a
Like
little to
Nate
you.
Vajgrt's laughing at that.
Yeah.
Relates a little to you, James.
Yeah, I guess it makes me feel a little bit better.
Investigate the room?
Yes, absolutely. So are you looking to connect dots, or are you looking to do an investigation? Like investigate a mystery, or are you
Okay,
looking-
wait. Time out.
Yes.
Rewind a little bit. So this scrapbook that I found, you said it
Yes.
had shenanigans around the town and
Yep.
this Mr. Govern's death.
Yep, it has an article about Mr. McGovern, notable community philanthropist. Someone that would always put on a festival for
Right.
kids. Doesn't say anything more than that. And
But
then
it
it
doesn't
just
say
says,
anything about what kind of family he would have
Nope,
in the house.
nope. It's not an obituary. It's an article about him dying.
Hmm.
So there's definitely information missing from that document.
Well, one of the questions that I could ask with my connect the dots is this person connected to current events more than they are saying?
Okay.
Which means, we can change it slightly too.
Why the heck is there baby stuff?
Yeah. Like, what does this room have
So-
meaning to him, I
Yep.
guess?
Okay, so you can infer that in Mr. McGovern's house, that there is a child's playroom
Mm-hmm.
and an obviously still cared for room, more so than the rest of the house, including a child's doll that was out of place. So you can probably infer that there was, at the very least, kids in this family. And from there, someone's being more attentive to those areas than to the rest of the house.
Okay, so like looking at the walls,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything off about them? Like, I'm thinking trapdoors.
Ooh.
Like, are people living in the walls? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And the walls.
If you look, is this your second question? Your second
Sure,
connect the
yeah,
dots?
that
So
could
the
be.
first one is there a connection to this person? Like,
Yeah.
is it more connected to modern? I would say you should infer yes. There's something going on here that's connected to current events. So yes to your first one, and then you're asking specifically, do you want to do an investigation, like investigate a mystery from there?
Yeah.
Okay, because none of those questions really fits what you're asking of, do I see anything in this room, right?
Okay.
There's
Anything hidden?
yeah, you've made a connection already to like, hey, there's kids here and this is different. So I'll let you roll for investigate a mystery. That's my plus your sharp.
7.
Okay, so on 7, you can see in the ceiling, let's say it's an upstairs room, so it's a little bit higher, more vaulted ceiling. But you can see in the middle of the room what would be kind of a crawl space going down the length of the house. You can see a trapdoor, like the outline of the trapdoor, but since you only got a 7, you can't see how to open it. You can just see that there's a.
So it's not like one of those attic pull the string.
It looks like that, but you can't see the string.
Okay.
So imagine that exact same thing where you pull it down. There's a little staircase, but there's no string.
James looks up and sees the trap door, and he says,
Well, I pointed out.
Oh, yeah. I figured
Yeah.
you pointed out. And he says, sometimes I get the feeling she's watching over me. And other times I feel like I should go.
Okay, James, you're just creeping yourself out. Okay, at this point, you gotta calm.
Stop brooding
You gotta
over
calm
there,
down.
James.
Okay, so guys, I have a couple questions. If this old man McGovernor or whatever his name was an old man, why in the heck does he have a children's cribbage and all this stuff in here?
You'll know he wasn't old when he died.
I don't know that.
But you would know that.
I'm
Yeah.
following
know
the
that.
lore of this haunted
No,
house.
he wasn't old when he died. The house is old. He wasn't.
Ditto to that. I mean, the house is old.
Do you still have-
The house is old. He wasn't.
Oh, he was an old man? How old was he when he died? How do you know all this stuff?
It doesn't. You don't know that.
I told you I had a scrapbook earlier.
Oh, you found the lore book. I didn't realize they had.
lore book.
I didn't realize they had a pamphlet at the front for us to read about this haunted house.
So you're still convinced that it's absolutely fake.
Of course.
Can I take a look at it?
So, okay, let him look at it out.
There's a dirty look given, just for the listeners at home.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Apparently,
was.
she doesn't like to share her pamphlets.
Okay, I'm gonna take out my teeth.
Oh, I thought those were
So
your
now I probably look more like Gollum for
I mean,
the
we-
week.
yeah, because
My precious.
That's her with the book.
I mean, I'm sure my hair is coming out of my wet wig cap. You know, it's pretty golden. You know. No, but you seem like you're kind of a little crazy. What are you gonna do with the book?
I just want to look. If it's a lore book, I know like everything about horror movies. Maybe I can piece some things together.
But like,
well-
you're gonna give it back to me?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you
Okay,
want
fine.
it.
Here you
yeah.
go.
She
All right.
clearly
I
likes
just
the
start
book.
flipping through it. I just kind of
So
try
anyways, this guy,
Yeah.
he died. How old was he when he died?
To be determined.
What do you mean? Did the book not say?
No, it wasn't that specific.
It just said he died.
Yeah.
How did he
and
die?
It didn't say that either.
Ooh,
It was
mysterious.
what did you?
Mysterious.
A mysterious death. It was
Ooh.
basically
By
what was written.
under mysterious circumstances.
Yeah, under mysterious
Oh, under
circumstances.
mysterious. Well, it definitely wasn't house fire. Let me.
Does it say anything about like his funeral obituary?
No,
type-
it is not an obituary. It's an article about his death. It's an
So-
article saying notable philanthropist dies under mysterious. That's all it is. It's a short little blurb. First thing on there.
There's no proof of body. Okay, got it.
No, did they say anything about his next of kin?
Again,
Nothing.
that's not information that's provided in this book. You can investigate around the house
What
to
did
see if
Hey,
there's
can
more.
can you
Can I look
shine
for
your little
family
sortie
photos?
light up to this little hatch in the
Um,
ceiling?
So we're gonna do an invest. So you step
What does
out.
man-
I
yeah.
want you to look around. Like, do you have
Can
a
you
light
shine your
source?
sword light?
Yeah,
in
of
the hatch in the
course.
ceiling?
I don't think
See
so.
what
what
you
does-
I've got like a little school bus with headlights.
Look!
It's just
What does
misfit.
this man do
candles.
for a living?
There's electric candles on the
They're
window.
in your packs that you got earlier.
Oh, cameras with flashes.
I don't know if that's enough light to see with, but you can
Well,
try
for
it.
a split second. I
Yeah,
can
enough to
see.
illuminate to see if there's pictures, right?
Yeah, I guess we'd have to develop the film so we couldn't see what I took a
I
picture
mean,
of.
Oh
So
man,
you
what is
could-
this rear window?
could-
You're gonna ching, and then it's gonna bright flash, and then all of a sudden black, and then you're quickly trying to redo
Or
the
you
next
just
flash.
ask the guy with the
Doctor
glowing
Who,
sword.
Hey,
Well, I was also
They
gonna say,
move
if you're
closer.
With
sneaking
the
out,
angels
you could
leading
just grab one. Since we don't pay attention to it, you could grab one of those lights that's on. He said
Yeah.
the light.
Yeah,
candles,
I'll
and
just
grab
walk
one of
up
the
there.
candles.
Again,
and
you have
light
a
No one-
wireless electric candle sitting
Yeah,
in front
no
of
one
you.
pays me any attention, so I just
No, we're
Hey,
too.
no
We're
one's
too.
gonna stop.
He's reading the book, and she's telling me to shine my light up on the trap.
Which
door right
narratively,
now.
amazing piece with the Mundane. The Mundane does that. They just sneak off on their own and do stuff.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 7 to do it.
7. This
Well,
is
plus-
you're investigating. So you have plus sharp.
So 8.
You could also be doing.
So-
Don't worry, I'll check it out.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But is that
But
enough
that
with
it just
experience?
says
Yeah.
mark experience.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Because that's the thing
Hooray.
with the Mundane. The Mundane like farms experience, and then they just get they can do everything.
Well, he just leveled up.
So
I guess I leveled up, so I don't know
yeah,
what I
but
can-
really, that's what the Mundane gets is they just do weird. They do stuff and they get things, but that's not really the point of this game.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at this, so you're going out and you're investigating.
Looking for family photos, pictures.
All right, so you're gonna see a picture of probably someone that looks like they're from the 30s. you know,
30s.
it's before you, right?
Yeah.
Like 30s,
Okay.
40s, 50s. You know, a certain aesthetic, right?
Mm.
And you know, Dad's in the suit, dressed up. He's got a big, nice mustache. He's wearing, just a gentleman, man of whatever. He is with him is a very unhappy woman. Appears to be his wife, just severe and looks like
resting
she smells.
bee face.
It's not resting. It's it's an active
bee face.
This is by choice.
Yes.
And then there is a little girl standing next to the dad, very purposely away from the mom. Does not appear wants to be next to the mom, holding a teddy bear.
So I kind of look down at the teddy bear that I'm holding. This looks like the teddy bear that she's got. And so I'll pick up the picture. Do I see anything else before I head back?
So looking at the picture, you have come off by yourself.
Yes.
You turn probably towards the rest of the room, and you see what appears to be a child, slightly glowing, looking back at you before a door closes.
I'm gonna go try that door.
I mean, I think we all jumped too. Like, whoa,
Well, because again, you don't realize she's gone.
Yeah.
You
left the room entirely?
You literally kept talking.
I thought you just went over to the windowsill to get a
No.
thing.
Like in real life, you didn't even know that.
Exactly.
You guys were conversing about the hole in the
about
ceiling.
the man
I
in the
have,
ceiling.
yeah, I was reading
you're in the book. Yeah.
book. I got a whole
Yeah.
passage I
So-
found that I'm gonna share with you guys.
I'm
but-
gonna go try opening that door, because she's the she doesn't think it's a ghost. She just think, that was weird. I need to go check out what's going on.
So jiggle. There's no roll for this. You get there, the doors are locked.
Jiggle. Doors.
PG podcast.
It just sounded like the start of a
Don't
song.
stop,
or whatever.
jiggle.
My money don't jiggle. It folds.
Yeah, there you go.
So you get there, you try to open the door, no dice. You can see almost like to what seems to be the kid, almost comically oversized keyhole, like one of the old timey big keys that goes into it.
Yeah.
And you still have one door left, so one more avenue to go to explore. You think there's something in this room, but you can't get to the room right now. So
I'll walk back up, and I'll just
back to the child's room, or
back to where everyone's at. And I'm just
Okay.
like, has anyone seen large comically sized keys anywhere?
Again, to you it seems like that, but this is just like a normal size. Like you've never seen a key like that, but it's
Classic
one of the big old
skeleton
timey
key.
skeleton.
Oh,
keys.
I have the key and not the keyhole.
No,
Like,
you've seen the keyhole.
Oh, but we need the big key.
yeah. So
for
to
it.
you, it just looks like way bigger than you're used to.
Okay. So has anyone seen keys anywhere?
No, but I did find a article about the guy that used to live here in the book.
Is this gonna be more My Chemical Romance lyrics?
What? No. Not everything about me is My Chemical Romance, okay?
Fallout Boy?
Definitely.
No.
Gotta get the disco.
Definitely.
No.
Definitely panic.
Definitely.
Slipknot.
What? What is that? I don't listen to
It's
Slipknot.
definitely going to be Third Eye Blind.
Look,
Three
it
Doors Down.
says right here, it says, he woke up from dreaming and put on his shoes, started making his way past 2 a.m. He hasn't been sober for days. Leaning, okay, I
Just be clear, there's no evidence man is a drinker.
It's an all-time low.
All time. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did not read that in the book.
That's not. I didn't think that was in the book, anyways.
I'm shining my light on the trap door
Okay.
to like investigate a mystery. That's a 10.
Ella's just gonna walk into the other room. Just
If you try to get him, they didn't listen.
Yeah,
Is
they didn't
anyone
listen.
going with Ella?
no one notices.
Well, I was going to get to it, but I wanted to check out this trap door first.
Okay, so we're gonna do a quick roll on that, and then I want to follow along with this. So, real quick, what do you want?
I
You wanna
got a
investigate?
10.
And you're investigating, or you're doing?
Yeah,
something
I'm just
special?
wanting to find out more about this trap door that she asked me to check
Okay,
out.
so you got a 10. Means you can tell it opens. You can tell it's been opened. In that you can see that there's nice crisp holes. Maybe you can see a spot on the floor where the little legs from the trapdoor have come all the way to the ground and hit. Like you can see that it comes down. You cannot see away from where you are to get it open.
Well, looks like this is a dead end for us, Maya. Where's Ella? Oh, she's gone again. Ella!
I start walking out of the room.
Whoa, wait for me. I just pushed the book back over to Maya. I'm done with this.
Grab it.
Rolled a
What?
die.
I said I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah, okay, good.
Investigate the
I
room.
guess I'll follow you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you all for joining us for another episode of our 2024 Halloween season one-shot, continuing our annual tradition of our Hunter's Haven Monster of the Week series. We hope you are enjoying it. If you are, we encourage you to check out some of our other series, such as our Avatar Legends long-term campaign, Benders and Brews, which is set in the world of Avatar The Last Airbender, or our Dungeons & Dragons long-term series, Criminals of Isla Numas. If you're looking for more spooky Halloween fun, you can check out last year's Hunter Haven series, Music Mayhem, which was written and run by Cameron, who's playing our character Alex in this series. Whatever you listen to next, be sure to follow or subscribe to the Session Zero Heroes podcast on your preferred streaming platform. You can find us everywhere from Apple Podcasts to Spotify to YouTube. Following the show ensures you don't miss out on any of our other upcoming series and one-shots. And if you're on a platform that allows you to comment, like, or rate the show, it would mean a lot to us if you'd take the time to leave us that feedback, as it helps us grow and produce better content. Another way to keep up with what we're doing is to follow us on social media, whether that be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Discord, or all of the above. It's a great way to keep up on our upcoming episodes as well as other fun news and content from us. We appreciate you taking a listen. Don't forget, this series will be releasing a new episode weekly until the last one, which will air on Halloween. So be sure to swing back to get the exciting conclusion to this Hunter's Haven series. See you next time.